One evening after midweek service, Brother John offered to walk Amara home. The path was quiet, the night air cool and gentle. As they walked, their hands brushed lightly. A spark ran through her, and she quickly blamed it on the evening breeze. At her gate, he paused and looked into her eyes. "Sister Amara," he said softly, "the Spirit is leading me to have a private prayer session with you. There's something God wants to reveal." Amara hesitated. It sounded serious, spiritual even. She promised to pray about it and let him know. That night, she told her mother, Mama Nkechi, what he said. The older woman frowned deeply. "My daughter, not every man who prays in tongues speaks for God. Some pray with their lips but sin with their hearts. Be careful." Amara nodded respectfully, but deep down she believed Brother John was different. A few days later, she went to Brother John's house for the so-called prayer session. The room was dimly lit with candles, and a Bible lay open on the table. He asked her to kneel while he laid his hand on her head. At first, his prayer sounded normal, powerful even. But after a while, his tone began to change. It grew softer, more personal. His words became strange. His hand slid from his shoulder down her back. "Brother John, what are you doing?" she whispered nervously. He smiled faintly and said, "Don't resist the Spirit, Sister Amara. This is a divine connection, God's way of showing us spiritual love." Amara's heart raced. Fear replaced every feeling she had once called admiration. She stood up abruptly, grabbed her bag, and fled the house in tears. That night, she went straight to Blessing's house and told her everything. Blessing listened silently before shaking her head. "You see, I told you. The devil doesn't always roar. Sometimes he whispers scriptures." Together, they went to Pastor Solomon the next day. The pastor listened quietly, sorrow clouding his face. He asked them to say nothing until he had confirmed the matter. That Sunday, after service, Pastor Solomon stood before the congregation. The church was silent as he spoke. "Brother John, you have been accused of taking advantage of our sisters under the name of prayer. Do you deny it?" Brother John stammered, unable to meet the pastor's gaze. Before he could speak, another sister stood up, then another, then a third. Each one confessed to having experienced the same thing. The congregation gasped. The man they once called the most anointed brother had been deceiving the flock. Brother John was stripped of his duties and asked to leave the fellowship. His name became a warning to others. Sister Amara, although heartbroken, felt a strange peace. She had seen how dangerous blind admiration could be. At home, Mama Nkechi held her close. She said softly, "My child, the devil no longer wears horns. He wears white garments and perfume. Pray for discernment." Tears rolled down Amara's cheeks as she nodded slowly. She had learned the lesson of her life. Holiness is not in the voice or the suit, but in the heart.